Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Bookish Artist Mandy here, and I'm coming at you today with another ink swatching, just chill and chat. However, I forgot to hit play, or the record button. So I did a few inks already. Although I'm really liking Lammy Blue. I forget how much I like that one. And this one, I definitely think evaporated, the For Whom the Bell Tolls, because that is darker. I know it's dark. It's a dark ink, but it's definitely darker than it was. And I did find my Morinda Red, which I was thinking, I think I talked in another video. You know what? My brain is just all over. So I am just going to go ahead and get started. Since I've already technically been talking to you, I have been so stuffed up. I have really bad allergies. Like, I was sick and now it's allergies. Everything's in the air. And I know that part of it is because I'm trying to clean my house and make it look better, because it is just, it's not great right now. But all right, this one is Rohr and Klingner's Alt Bordeaux. And I haven't even swatched this one. I had a few. I think this is my little cart of inks that I hadn't swatched yet, because I bought them and then I was going through, I don't know what kind of phase I was going through, like a reddish purple pink phase, and I was trying to see if there were new ones. And this is one that I know it's not a new ink, but new to me. And I don't know why I never got around to these inks. Probably because my life kind of was on fire for a while there. And yeah, oh, this is a lovely ink. I think this is one that people really do like a lot of the times. I know it's been one that's been recommended to me. Wow, that's cool. All right. So I don't know what all of my drawings are going to look like today. I have been doing a lot of figure practice, so there may be some torsos in this, because there's a torso. Maybe we'll give this torso some shorts. I am trying to get over my fear of doing and leaving the nude bodies in my sketchbook. So we'll see how that goes, but I do like this color a lot. Oh, I want that in a pen. Gosh, what does it remind me of? I think it reminds me of Tara Nishi's Innocent Mauve, which is one of my favorites of this year. This one, I gotta laugh, because I didn't realize it was still in my cart. And so then I added two of them. And this one I have swatched. This is Van Diemen's Love Potion. And it is a very light pink ink. And so this one I have used. I love this shimmer. So it's one of those that I think I'm going to experiment maybe with one. And maybe I did experiment with this. We'll find out. If so, then I'm going to have to swatch the other one. But it's so light that I put it in a pen. It was almost unreadable. But it reminds me of like watered down Kool-Aid. I don't know. But it's really pretty. It's a very pretty pink with this really lovely shimmer. And what's funny to me is that it's one of those that is almost unreadable for me, which makes me giggle that there's one that is. But it's actually, with the dip pen, it's showing up pretty well. I think this one came out, I think they released just a few for Valentine's Day. So let's draw a little potion bottle. I don't know. Yeah, I've been doing lots of different sketches with my ink pens. I just have been feeling my pens so much lately, which is not surprising. And some inks, I tell you what, when you're doing different figure studies and things with them, they're really fun. I'm gonna pull it out. If you're like, fast forward like 30 seconds if you're not into figure drawing, because I know there's some people that aren't into it, but I really want to show some of the characteristics here. So yeah, fast forward. I don't know what the thing, if you don't want to see this, but I really want to share some of the characteristics of the ink. So if you're okay with it, I'm gonna pop them up now. So this one is White Rabbit. I think this was steel blue over it, but I just love it how you get that like deep blues and grays in that White Rabbit when you have multiple layers. I'm just obsessed. So that is White Rabbit that I did that with because I had just a little bit left. And then Charleston. That's the Octopus Flues Charleston that I've been obsessed with lately. I did 3 pages of it because it is so, I can't explain it, but it is so lovely. And then that is Wearing Ghoul's Suko Yomi. Look at that. I wonder, I can't tell if the camera is picking up, but when it gets deep, it is such an interesting color because it's almost blue sometimes in writing and then purple in the darker. I just love it. So I hope you can see that, but that's Suko Yomi. And I absolutely love it. I think you can see it more in this one because it's got the contrast, especially where I was coloring with it. I just love when you get that ink pool and you get that different color. So, all right. So I hope that was okay for some people. If it wasn't, I apologize. And I tried to put a little bit of a warning. I just like to be respectful of people and their what do you call it? Their boundaries and things, you know. It wasn't always my favorite thing, so yeah. Wasn't always my favorite thing. I had a really hard time when I was in college taking figure drawing classes, and so it's something that I've had to work through. I was raised in the purity culture, and so it was very hard for me. It was something I had to overcome. So we're all in a different spot in our journeys with life, so I just like to respect that. All right, this is Diamine's Red Sky. I think this was originally, they named it something else for, like, it had sailor in it, but it was one of the, what do you call it, the Reddit colors, and I wanted to try it because I've heard good things. And I had not tried that one yet. I tried Celadon Cat and loved it, so I wanted to try this one. And when I went to look for it under the other name, it wasn't showing up. So when I saw that then I saw that it had changed to Red Sky. So I don't know why. I wonder if it was something with the Sailor Pen brand, maybe, but oh well, it is still a beautiful ink, I think. It's more orange toned red, which is lovely for me. I don't know, I'm just not a big red person. As you can see, this one is not bright in your face red, and that's the kind of red I like, the more desaturated or pink leaning reds or darker reds like a burgundy. Just not, yeah. Okay, yeah, this is very flowing. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel weird. I still feel really weird. I'm like, did I needed to show that? I don't know. It is something that I'm obviously still working on with myself, and it's just a hard thing when you've just have to work mentally through that kind of stuff. And I know, like, I inherently know that figure drawing is so important, and I've been okay with it as long as it's in my home, but a lot of times, even for myself, and I did it a lot of times just to censor it for my kids and things, and I don't know why. Like, I sit and do the studies and the figure drawings right in front of them, and it's not like, I don't know. I am going all over the place and talking with my mind because clearly I have some uncomfortable issues with that myself. So yeah. Let's get back to the ink. Diamine Pink Ice. This is one of the Red Edition, Diamine Red Edition. I never know, like, with the holiday inks or the ink vent, unless I did them, I don't even put them down as this. I know that some people will put this as an ink vent ink, but I just put Diamine Pink Ice. And this one looks really similar to Red Sky, just a little bit more corally pink. It'll be interesting to see as they dry how similar they are versus how not. So I don't know what I'm drawing here. Maybe, okay, so I drew a shape. Let's see. There can be an eye right here. Maybe a smile. Okay, so it's kind of some weird, I don't know, weird fish. There we go. Yeah. What that is, I will go with it. I don't know, but there you go. Get a weird fish doodle. Okay, and this one's Wearing Goals, Anna Karenina. I've never read Anna Karenina. It's one that I've wanted to read, but the book's size just intimidates me. And the shimmer is really in the bottom there. I want that shimmer. It's always hard to know with a sample if you're going to get enough shimmer or not, so I like to really get that mixed up. Trying really hard not to sniffle, or if I feel a sniffle coming on, I'm trying hard to like make sure I don't talk for a pause so I can go in and edit it. Tell you what, some of my videos from last week, I just sound awful. I don't know. See, now this is a lovely deep red too. See, that's where I'm at. Okay, I just needed to find the right reds. I don't love, what is it? Momiji, I think, is too pink, but it's still red. What are some of the other bright reds that I am just not a fan of? I need to think about that. There's Anna Karenina. Oh, but this one's like, I'm thinking like the fire engine red. Maybe? Okay. My husband just texted me. I need to see. Oh, they have my Fairlife protein. Oh, I'm so excited. It's like hard to get that. So yes, please get them. Okay, back to this. You're welcome. He took one of my sons to the store, and my other son is down in our basement playing with my nephew. They're playing King of Tokyo. I bought King of Tokyo to play with my nephew when he was young, because I didn't have kids at that point, and I didn't know that I would have a son who's obsessed with kaiju, and so he loves it because it's his Godzilla game. It's just funny. Yeah, but yeah, I like this red. See, I could handle this one. This one's like almost like I would say a step shade lighter than like Diamine Rider's Blood, and it has a shimmer. I love shimmer. Look at that elegant shimmer. So this one, Red Sky, has a beautiful pink shimmer. These, oh, Love Potion isn't showing its shimmer, but it's really pretty. It is a really pretty color. I do like it. Looking at it, it looks kind of like Hana Ikata a little bit. Maybe that's why I like it. But there's that pink shimmer. I think Pink Ice is like a silvery pink shimmer, and then that red shimmer. So that's fun to have those. I didn't even do that on purpose, but that's fun. And yeah, I wonder if I can show you Love Potion. I don't think I mixed it up enough, but that's the shimmer in Love Potion. Yeah, I didn't mix it up, so that's my fault. Maybe I will go back. I'll go back and do like a little second pass, maybe with this one, because this one really is shimmery. Yeah. We'll just do a second pass really quick. But yes, I have two. I have 2 sample vials of this. Just do a second pass of it, in half of it, so that we still can keep the, I don't know, just put some over there. There. Maybe that will get the shimmer, but I am liking that Red Sky with that pink shimmer. And that pink is such a pretty color. It almost looks like the Rainbow's End shimmer. I don't know though, I'd have to put them next to each other. So I've been wanting to try this ink for forever. I don't know why I didn't. I think Van Ness didn't have the sample in stock for a while, but this is that J. Urbans Fuchsia de Magellan. Yep, I pronounced that real well, I'm sure. But this is one that is one I have wanted for so long. And so I'm very excited to try it because I just love bright fuchsia pink inks. So this one is one that I cannot wait to see how it looks once it's dry, because this one, yes. It's just a color. Pinks are just one of my colors. I have so many pinks. It's quite ridiculous. And clearly, because I bought these samples all together, I was clearly in a pink mood, which is pretty normal for me. De Magellan or Magellan, or I know that's not correct. And I apologize if you hear my son giggling because he is way excited. We went camping with his other grandparents this weekend, and so when we had my nephew dog sit, he's finally old enough that he can hang out with my dogs, and he loves them. So they were like, is he gonna still be there when we get home from camping? Yes, I have to take him home this afternoon. Yes, he will still be there. So yes, he is still here, so he's enjoying himself. And I am not sure what the shimmer is. This looks like a red gold, a rose gold shimmer. I'm not sure. We will find out. Yes. Okay, I really just want to ink up all of these inks right now. They look so pretty together. Well, mostly because they're pink. And pink ice is dried, and there's the pooling is such a pretty, I love that like light colored shimmer. Okay, this is another one. I did a sample page of my own without filming because I wanted to, because I can. I'm allowed. But this one I wanted to swatch again because I'm obsessed already with this line, and I want to try them all. So this is Octopus Baroque 1920 Erica. And so far, I have been trying to find a match in my inks to convince myself that I don't need a bottle of ink. And I have yet to find one that is exactly like this. I cannot describe the color. So the color online says that it is a violet, but it's a pink. It's a pink that leans purple. So a purple leaning pink. And it's such an interesting color, just like the Charleston was. I need to get a blotter paper. So the Charleston has so many beautiful colors in it that aren't just like an amber brown, the best way I can describe it. And I love the depth and shades that you get in it. You get these like really bold neon-y, almost yellows and oranges, and then you get a brown. I just love it. So I picked up one more. This is one I picked up. I had a little order that I picked up like a week ago, and I picked this one up with it to just try one more. I was like, I'm really interested to see if I would like another one of the inks. And so I think that my next Van Ness order is going to have the rest of them in samples, and I'm really trying to, I want to get through, before I place another order, I want to get through all of these sample inks and some of my bottles just to make sure. So yeah, I'm really loving this. And yeah, I don't know. I can't describe why I like it so much, but it's so pretty. I've written pages with it. I've already filled a pen, so I've written pages upon pages with it. I did it for my morning pages for I think 2 days this week, and so I'm just really liking it. I don't know. It's yeah, it's just a lovely pink. The best way I can describe it. And once it dries, because that's when you really see the different characteristics. Once it dries, I'll show you. All right, this is Diatramentis Kermison Red. I don't know why I picked this one and what I was wondering about this one, but we shall try it out. Yeah. Detrimentus can sometimes, oh, that's funny. That's really funny. Look at how similar those are. Huh. Well, maybe I have an ink preference right now. But the thing with Detrimentus, and I don't know if other people have noticed this, but sometimes their ink from batch to batch can be very different. So I struggle getting a full bottle with them. But I do, unless it's the document ink. But I've also haven't been using my document ink since I got the Diamine Forever. So I don't know. But this one, okay, so maybe this one is really similar and you wouldn't need the Erica. But it is a little bit darker. I wonder, I want to see them once they dry. So maybe I'll draw the same picture or something similar. Do like a round one. But that's really funny to me that I'm like, I don't think I have anything in my collection. Oh, here's another sample of the exact ink that you just said you don't have in the... So that makes me laugh. But this is only a sample. So if I use both these samples, maybe I should judge which one I like more. I don't know. Yeah, the only thing is I feel like I've never bought a bottle of Octopus fluid. I just got a couple samples of their ink for the first time. I had the Witch Sheen, and then I have this one, the Erica and the Charleston. I think that's all I have for Octopus. If I have another ink sample of Octopus, it wasn't on purpose. But I know from Detrimentus, like I had Bahama Brown. I had 2 different bottles of it, and they were extremely different. Like, then they looked nothing like the sample like links online. So it freaks me out. I don't know. If you've had better luck with Detrimentus, please let me know. Let me know in the comments, because I'm trying to make an informed decision, because I don't need lots of bottles of ink at this point. All right, so this one I've had forever, and I forgot that I had it, but this is Robert Oster's Pink Squirrel. Oh my goodness. So I have to talk about this. My last video of this, I was talking about how I didn't have day to night. I had 4 or 5 people at least reach out to me to offer me a sample. You guys are so wonderful, and many of you mentioned that this ink is very similar to Day to Night. So I'm excited because one of you lovely, lovely, lovely pen friends is sending me a sample of of Day to Night, so I can compare them, because Pink Squirrel is still available. And so I'm very excited to try that and find out. And from what I understand, Pink Squirrel is a drink. Is that right? I'd need to look it up again, but I know that these are inks that Robert Oster is in Australia. Is that a drink that you guys drink in Australia? I've never heard of it, but also I've never heard of a lot of drinks. I had a really hard time, or I have a really hard time at bars when besides like, you know, the normal when you're 21 and you get the drinks like a vodka cranberry, or in our case, Bud Light, because that's what we have in our small college town. But so I don't know a lot of drink names, and so I had a really hard time when we were in Cancun trying to order drinks. I was like, you know what, just give me a Diet Coke. I'll just be happy with my Diet Coke. Okay, so let's see here. I am going, do I have any more on that one, in that line? Yes, I do. Okay, so this one, I was very, very excited. At one point, Vanessa had these as a sample. I don't think they have them anymore, but this is Tsuyukusa. This is the blue ink that Pilot Iro Shizuku discontinued. And I really just wanted to have a sample vial to compare it to other blue inks, because I've heard that a lot of people love Tsuyukusa. And so I grabbed it just to see what the fuss was about, because I never got to try to, what's the brown one, Tsukushi? I've never gotten to try that one, but I'm so lucky that I got to try Fuchsia. And I know that this is a swatch book, but I wanted to share this. So this is my sample book. I still want to share something. So I'm going to put it right next to it. I've had this for a few months, or not a few months. I've had this for like a year, this one. And so this has been a while. This was I really want to see what the fuss is about. And it is a lovely standard blue. It's very similar to Lamy blue. Of the blues that Pilot Iro Shizuku has, I was the biggest fan of Asagao, but then they released the, gosh, what was it called? I forget. I have a bottle of it, and I just can't, the name is Rika. I love that one too, but for blues, Konpeki seems to be the like crowd pleaser, and it's one I just hate. Okay, hate's a strong word. It was one of my first bottles of ink. I was so excited. Everybody said you have to have it for the properties, blah, 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 blah. And so I went for it, and I just don't love it. I just don't. And I don't know why, because you would think that one that's kind of bright, bold in your face, I cannot describe why I don't love it. But I keep trying, because I have a full 50 milliliter bottle. I will eventually get through it. Maybe. I hope. But I did want to show this. Okay, so for those of you who never got to try Fuchsia and saw samples and are like, oh, that blue, it's beautiful. I don't even think this is really a dupe because it's made by the same company. So this is the Pilot Namiki blue. I know it's a bottle, but I want to share with y'all this. I had this before I had Fuchsia. So it is a little darker, but I think it is really, really similar to Fuchsia. I really do. I think it of the blues that if you're not going to mix, because I think you can mix Fuchsia. I tried that too. You can mix Fuchsia using Asagao and Ajisai. And I think that's why I like Fuchsia so much, is it's a purple leaning blue. But Namiki blue is actually really, really, really similar. It's just a little darker, but not by much. It is different than Asagao as well. So this one is a good option if you're looking for a standard blue that's not Konpeki, but it still works as well. So there. I just wanted to show people that because I was really excited about it, because I was like, that looks a lot like Namiki blue, and lo and behold, it was very, very, very similar. And so, yeah. Fuchsia is a little bit lighter, but I mean, once you have it in a fine pen or an extra fine pen, that's going to be really, really similar. So there you go. But I do like Fuchsia. It's very pretty. Very, very pretty. It's definitely more of my blue. And I wonder if it's because Konpeki is such a warm blue and these are more cool, because I usually like cool tone blues. I wonder, because also I love Lamy blue. So Lamy blue is right there, which is just a standard blue, but those are the blues that I really like when I'm looking at like a standard blue, or I like muted blues and gray blues. I don't know. Cool tone blues. I really like cool. Okay, this one doesn't have very much shimmer in the sample, so I'm really gonna shake her up, maybe. Apparently you're not supposed to do this, but you know what? When you're trying to get shimmer off of the bottom of a sample, what else are you supposed to do? I'm like shaking my camera. Look at that. That's vigorous shaking. Come on, buddy. Does this work? You can laugh at me as I'm trying to do this. There, close enough. I just want to make sure I get shimmer. This is Dominant Industries Pearl Sunset. Yeah, look at all those bubbles. I literally just dipped my stir stick into bubbles. That's okay. There it goes. See, the bubbles are still ink. They work for this. Oh my gosh. I really hope you didn't hear that. Apparently they are down there talking about what you need to do if somebody calls you fat. Oh my goodness. The things that my nephew is, gosh, how old is he now? I think he's 14. Just started driving. Yay, yes, you can drive at 14 with a learner's permit here in South Dakota. Very, very, very excited. I'm being very sarcastic, but he's my 7-year-old, so he's talking to my 7-year-old about what you should do if somebody calls you fat. What the heck? I hope he's teaching him something good. Have to have a conversation with my son later and be like, yeah, what were you guys talking about? It's always fun. They really look up to their cousin. He's kind of their favorite. I had not even, that one was in those. I like that. And I know somewhere, I'm pretty sure I have Early Dusk in one of my Yoseka samples. And I was going to do a whole Yoseka page, but I think I want to grab it and put it next to that. Okay, so this is early spring. I can't remember. I think I have only done a swatch of this. I really like Yoseka's small, like 3 milliliter samples, because 2 milliliters I feel like is just not enough, but sometimes 4 milliliters is a lot. And so it's really nice, especially when you get these light inks. And yeah, but I feel like this one was almost unreadable. Okay, see now, maybe it's not. Oh, okay, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. I am not sure what I was thinking, but it seemed like it wasn't going to be very readable. It's very gray, so maybe that's what, I don't know. But there's another one, Early Spring. I'm really curious how many of these people really like and really use, or if you're discovering new inks from me, because that would be really, really great. I don't know. I don't know if I'm discovering new inks myself. Goodness, you forget. I think when you get so many samples, you forget which samples you have. I'm trying to cut down on just the amount of ink and samples I'm buying, because I want to cut down, not cut down, I want to get through some of my samples. And I know that there's the 30 inks in 30 days tag. I cannot keep up with that, but I'm thinking that what I want to try going forward, I think for the end of this month and into August, because I'm already kind of doing it, I'm just not really tracking it. I always end up being like, oh, I want to ink this pen, so I ink pens, and then end up with so many pens inked by the end of the month that I was like, why did you do that? And so what I'm trying to do is, with my morning pages, I'm trying to use a pen and try it out, make sure I like it, make sure everything's working great, and then if I like it and there's still ink, great, I will continue to use it. And if I don't like it, if it's dry or whatever, then I let it go. I don't like to let ink, go to waste, but at the same time, if I'm not gonna pick it up and use it again, I'd much rather get rid of the ink then I don't have 20 pens to clean at the end of the month, and I'm writing with them every day, just trying to figure out what I like about this pen, and it gives me something, at least something to write about in my morning pages when I am blanked out. I think of everything with the Artist's Way, that is what's going the best. I'm on week 4. And I'm going, what I decided is I'm going to do 3 videos. So I'm on week 4, and I'm going to do an update video this week, or after week 4 is done. Because my My Artist Way, I started in the middle of the week, so it's kind of just, I'm kind of all over the place wonky wise. But I want to talk about it. However, this week is the reading deprivation, and for one, I don't know how to deprive myself of reading because it is part of how I go to sleep at night. I read for about a half an hour before bed. So I don't know how I could go to sleep without it because it's just part of it. Like I'll sit on my couch sometimes because I've gotten so used to it and I just want to read a book and then I fall asleep and I'm like, oh, whoops, I just took a nap when I just wanted to read. So that's kind of one of my calm down relaxation. This is a very dated book. That's one of the things that I'm realizing. And I know that Leanne Likes and Allison from Little Coco Studio are talking about how dated it is, because there's, in this edition, there's no talk about social media and like how you treat them, or if you can treat them any differently, or if she just plans on having you treat them both the same. Because I don't know. I think that I have a serious addiction to social media. I have a serious addiction to my phone, as we all do, I believe. I feel like my husband and I were talking about it. I feel like we all do in this day and age. We have an addiction to our phones, and it's very, very, like, I already have ADHD, so noise is very, very important to me to focus. I tend to have, and it drives him nuts too, because he is not neurodivergent like me, but I tend to have my music playing in the background with the TV going, with my phone going. So I have 3 different things and 3 different devices going just because I need it to focus, and it's so weird. And I grew up in a household where we always had music and things going, and it was always my dad's TV was always on. And so really trying to figure that out. And I know that progress over perfection is a good thing. Being aware, and I don't know, I had a principal that talked about not being perfect isn't the right thing. We need to be perfect to have, like, to grow. And this is not a principle of mine as growing up. This is a principle that was my boss at one point. He was like, progress, you need to be perfect in this. And I think it was something that was really important to the to safety wise. So my brain just can't compartmentalize that, and I'm very, very due to a lot of things, I'm very, very susceptible to criticism in not such a great way, and I have to work through that mentally, and I do a really good job at this point in my life because I have worked on myself so much. But it's like, oh man, I made it to the other day. I made it from 6 o'clock in the morning when I woke up to 10 o'clock in the morning not checking my social media, and then it was like, oh man, I failed. And then it was like, you're a failure. No, you made it 4 hours. When was the last time you made it 4 hours without even checking your email? That is really awesome. I was really excited for myself. I'm really proud of myself for like being more aware of it and just trying to be like, okay, do you need to check your email 6 times a day in the same hour? Do you really need to have that video on, or are you looking for some inspiration? What, like, I'm being more cognizant, and I think that is really good. But I don't know that I can be 100%, at least at this point. Maybe somewhere down the road. And I think as I go, I want to continue to try to have a little bit more time where I'm in the quiet. Like, I did change my walks to be, I did change my walks to be more silent. So I'm taking my dogs on their walks every morning, and I'm not listening to a podcast or an audiobook. I am just paying attention to what's around me, and it's kind of fun sometimes. I do miss my podcasts and my books, but it's just that kind of, you're committing to this, and so commit to it in a good way rather than half butting it, I guess. I don't know if that makes any sense. I'm making no sense at this point, but yeah. A lot of thought processes in here. Lots going on in my brain. Always. Now, I don't remember. I think I did this color in my green exploration video. These greens are all kind of from my exploration because they were ones I got at the same time. And I don't know if I liked this one or not in that video, but I'm liking it on the MD paper. This is Tasha Midori Green. I really love Tasha inks. I have discovered how much I like them. Tasha EB Purple is one, or Abe, is it Abe? I think it's Abe. Abe Purple, and Tasha, gosh, what was the other one that I just love? I know that people really love Ume Murasaki, which is a nice ink. Don't get me wrong, and I do love it. I do have a bottle of it. But what was the other one that I love that? Oh, Tasha Suchi and Tasha Cha. I think pretty much every Tasha ink I've really enjoyed because they are so, they have so much depth to them. There, that's the word I was looking for. Okay. So I have filled these pages, excuse me, as I pull my sleeves up while I'm doing this. So these were the ones I inked when I wasn't on camera. So we've got the Lamy Blue, which it does have a nice little red sheen. I do like this one. This is one that I only had like a milliliter left of. And so it's like, do I try getting another sample or do I get cartridges of this maybe to kind of have on hand? I don't know. I'm gonna have to look up and see if the Lamy is cartridge friendly, but it does look really similar to Suyukusa as well. And yeah, I like that one. For Whom the Bell Tolls. This one, when I first got it, and I think I had maybe a milliliter left at the most in the sample vial. I think because I didn't have that much left, it really evaporated. And so you don't even get that really, it has a really beautiful red sheen. And so that one's I'm still thinking, do I want to get a another sample of it to see if I really want a bottle because it's been so long since I used it. This one's my more moody, one of my more moody winter inks. Dusted Truffle. I've had this sample forever and I know this is a favorite. I've never actually put this in a pen. I considered it for my Coffee Monsters Co. pen and then didn't, but I don't know why. And then Mirinda Red, that was the last of that sample. I didn't even realize I had it because I thought I had used it all. And I do love this red. I have used it up, but it took me a long time to use it up. And right now, I'm just not a big red person, so I'm not gonna get a full bottle. Like, look at me. I'm really proud of myself to think about these things. Alt Bordeaux, again, is another one. This Rohrer and Klingner ink. I love Rohrer and Klingner, and I do like this color, but Teranishi Innocent Mauve is almost exactly the same, only it has more shading and different color like chromatography. Like it's got different colors in it and I love that. So I think I'll skip that one. Love Potion. I don't know about that one yet, but I do like it. And you can kind of see the shimmer now. And Red Sky, I want to try. I want to get that in a pen. Same with Pink Ice. I like that. This Diamine Pink Ice does actually remind me a lot of Pink Sugar Beach. Only Pink Sugar Beach has like a blue shimmer, but they're almost the same color. I'd like to compare them once I finally have that, because I have a bottle of Pink Sugar Beach. And Anna Karenina. This one is definitely going to be a fall ink. I'm going to get it in a pen probably September, October. That is so pretty. Maybe I'll actually read Anna Karenina the month that I put this in a pen. Wouldn't that be fun? Like if I actually put this in a pen and read the book and like took my notes and did all my reading journal in Anna Karenina? Thoughts? I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a big giant book nerd. J. Arbonne, Fuchsia de Magdalene. I really like that. Getting that in the pen very, very soon. And there is Erica. Now this time, I want to flip back. This was it this time. Baroque Erica was a lot lighter. And then this one, I must have just gotten it more ink and red. But it hits, I don't know if it's gonna pick it up on camera, if you can see this, but in that dark shading, it is definitely more purple, but then when you look at it, it's pink. So it goes from this beautiful, light, soft, delicate, violet-y pink to this dark, deep violet. And I just love that. And I think you can see that more down in here. It's not fully dry, but when you look at it compared to the Carmescent red is like a standard, like burgundy magenta, where Erica definitely has more depth. So I definitely, when I use this, think if I still love it, I want to get a bottle. I do love that. I'm just in love. Like, if you know that other Octopus inks do these like beautiful different colors so beautifully, it's like, I don't know, it almost looks like it glows. I think that's what I love so much about the colors. Like, that's how I love Taranishi's Innocent Mauve. And I know that they're Opera Rose. I do have their Opera Rose, but their Opera Rose almost in those like darker shade, like that darker color gets like that beautiful blue. And then White Rabbit does that. I love that. And I think it's, I like, it's not completely chroma shade. I think that's what they call them, you know, the duo shades, but it's got just interesting shades of ink. And I just love that. So that is a feature, a quality of ink that I absolutely love. Like Pink Squirrel is doing that too. Why haven't I used Pink Squirrel? I'm really excited to compare that to Day to Night. I'm very, very excited. Now you can see Suyukusa and Namiki Blue now that they're dried. So this one is just slightly lighter, just slightly brighter, but not that much. So if you've ever wanted to try Suyukusa because you like that blue, Pilot Namiki Blue is a really good option. And when you look at this, the Namiki Blue, if you like sheen, it has more sheen. Dominant Industries Sunset is really pretty. I don't even know if I don't think I've actually swatched this one. And it's got a really pretty rose gold shimmer. And then Early Spring is really pretty as well. It's a pink shimmer. I didn't realize that. It's a really pretty, it looked rose gold, but it is a pink shimmer. So if you see that. Watermelon Green, I got a sample of, and even in the Midori MD notebook, I still don't like it that much. I mean, it's a pretty green, but it's a very green, standard green. So I'm glad I only have a sample of that. Still love Alpine, and this Midori Green is shocking me. Did I like it last time? Because I am really liking it. Green is green. I'm in the green phase. And so, yeah, so those are my inks for this video today. I'm really glad that you were here with me. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know, based on anything I said, what other inks you would recommend if you're going to pick any of these up. If you have picked these up, I just love this one. I can't get past it. But I'm also really enjoying the Red Sky, just looking at the ink samples. And I do like Love Potion. I wonder if maybe I didn't have it in a wet flowing enough pen, because I'm finding that happens. My Kaweco Sports are very dry compared to like my Benu pens. I could put that in my Benu with a medium nib, like maybe my Bubblegum Riz with a medium nib, and that would probably work lovely. I might like that. And so it's all about finding that stuff out too. Things that you learn as you go. I mean, a year ago and 2 years ago when I first started getting into fountain pens, who knew all of these things that I'm learning? And I'm glad that you're coming along on this journey with me. So thank you so much for being here today. And I will see you in the next one. This is gonna be what I'm doing a lot of. You'll have at least one of these a week for a while until I get through these inks. And I'm getting through them, which is really great. It's fun to take out the ones. So I've been taking out the ones. These are my little ink things. I think I have 2 left, maybe 3. Oh my gosh. But there's 24 inks in them. So I do know I have a lot of ink samples, but I'll take these now because it's from here to here. I'll take these out and then I put new ones in. And so I'm kind of shuffling through them. And then this is telling me what I have. So I can pick from this. Oh, I just love that. Look at that, Charleston. I'm sorry. I just have to look at it one more time as I open it. I just love it. But it's showing me like what I have, and the colors even that I gravitate towards are very interesting. Because see, now that I have Erica in there, Erica almost looks like Robert Oster Dusky Pink. And what's interesting is this was like, Erica was telling me, like Erica, when you go through, it wasn't trying to be pink. It says it's a violet, but it also has the name Erica, and it has an emotion, but where Dusky Pink is telling me, I'm trying to be pink, and it doesn't feel pink to me. So interesting enough, because I wonder if I would have liked it more, because it looks very similar. So I kind of want to put them next to each other or put them both in a pen and see, because I do want to try that out. But yeah, it's really interesting what inks that you gravitate towards and what you like. This page I did on my own. And again, it's like lots of pinks, lots of yellows. This Luna, these ones came from a pen friend. As Anderillium Rosy Maple Moth Pink and Luna Moth Green, my pen friend Vera. I love these, and this one I already have a bottle of in my cart at Atlas. It is a really lovely pink, and I can't describe the loveliness, but it's very, 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 very lovely. And yeah, I just like it. I really like Anderillium inks. One of their inks, the Spoonbill Roseate Spoonbill Pink, is one of my favorites. So yeah, just getting them in here. I don't have any more of this. This looks a lot like Kosumosu. So when I run out of Kosumosu, I know I can buy that and replace it. But yeah, Valley of Fear. This is one of my friend's favorite inks, and I had a sample, so I had to try it out. Not sure that it's my favorite, but it's got a lovely sheen, and she really likes that. Yeah. Anyway, so there you go. All right. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.